Hi.
Woo!
Uh,
Hello.
Welcome back to one more installment, one more level of Variant Roles Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Today we're going to get a little dark, a little creepy, a little far out. Things are going to be a little spooky. Gives you to question if you can trust what you really see, what you really think, what you remember. But we'll get to that. For now, let's introduce our lovely players. Going by the Twitch overlay. Oh, we are down one Val today because she is sick, but she will be back next week, barring untoward complications. So we're going to start in the top left with Ryu.
Hey, I'm Ryu, also known as Ryu Red Wings all over the internet. You can find me in lots of places. And I have come back with our wonderful party, almost always tipsy, Honey, the Tiefling Bard. No, not Tiefling Bard. What am I saying? Tiefling Monk. I've got out of character on the brain.
How dare. All right, and Samuel.
Yep, I am Sam. I'm playing Kavilios, a tiefling bardlock of a particularly sarcastic personality. Oh,
Fun.
great old one as well, so you'll fit in with the far out reality of this game.
I wonder if we will see any repeating themes therein. Sam.
This Sam?
Yes, we have two Sams.
Already the theme repeats.
And you, Sam.
This will get confusing quickly.
Yes.
Well, hi, I am Samwise. You can find me at Samwise_GameG on Twitch and Twitter. Tonight I am going to be playing Gemmaline Aberrell, a tiefling great old one warlock. She has previously actually adventured through a little bit of the dungeons with Honey in the past here on Variant Roles, so it's exciting to be back together.
Delicious. We shall feed upon your shared memories.
We're gonna mess up so much stuff.
Oh my god, we made choices.
Yep.
All right. So, we begin our story in Waterdeep with a little view upwards. A large, black as void ritual circle hangs over the city. Dark as the void and casting a shadow of dread across the city. All the denizens of Waterdeep can feel it resting upon them, and in fact, that sense of dread never quite left you as you venture down to Undermountain. Of course, Waterdeep is not. This is not their first apocalypse, and if those who are brave will say that it's not going to be their last, or maybe those who are nervous. The Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors used some magic and linked the source of the giant ritual circle in the sky to something in Undermountain. And of course, that means Hallister, right? Nothing else. Couldn't be anything else.
Of course.
Of course.
So they gathered our intrepid band and contracted them with promises of wealth, power, and more spoilage in the case of Gemmaline. Or whatever you were looking for, to be honest. It's not super important, to dive down into Undermountain farther than any group has ever gone before and to locate the entrance into Hallister's Sanctum, the fabled final level of Undermountain. But of course, who knows what they might find along the way. They're tasked with ending whatever is causing this foul ritual. And of course, one must find Hallister to do that. Wink. So, we come upon our intrepid band of adventurers as you are descending a staircase, a box flight staircase. And as you walking, it is lit by torches and sconces. As you descend, the symbols of the torches start to turn, and the fire continues to burn whatever direction they turn towards as they start upright and rotate slowly over multiple flights until they are completely upside down with the flame of the fire still as if upright, tantalizingly downward. You
That
look at each other.
scans.
Yeah, you look at each other for a moment and realize that you are in a dark place. What do you do?
Okay, I don't think I drank that much today. Those are upside down, right? You saw that? Oh,
Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Would like to just cast detect magic, see if I can recognize like if there's anything going on. I can do that
You,
at will.
invoke your Eldritch Sight, yay warlocks. And these are continual flame spells. They're not normally upside down, but these ones are.
All right. Well, I mean the effect itself ain't that weird, but they shouldn't be twisted.
Honey's gonna wave her arms in the air and see if she's upside down. Just when in doubt.
You do not seem to be upside down. However, Gemeline is in the air, I believe, on her.
I am. Absolutely. Always. Always. The floors down here are disgusting. You don't expect me to get my shoes filthy down in this vile place, do you? I mean, come on, I am a lady of quality.
I mean, as somebody who never walks on the floor, what do your shoes even look like?
Are you even wearing shoes?
Oh, they're like really like pristine, sort of silken, like slippers. They're like really nice. Super impractical.
Excellent. As you venture forward down the staircase, you eventually terminates at a door. Upon the door is a crest of a torch with 3 embers on a purple background. It is upside down, however, and the motto upon it is also upside down, kind of curving across the top, and it reads, after just a little bit of effort, "We do not fear the darkness."
And I take it the door seems locked or is locked?
It appears to be closed. You do not see a lock upon it. Double door.
Well,
Opens out.
What do you think that means? I mean, I'm not really afraid of the dark myself. I mean, I can usually see in the dark, so. Also, torchlight's a thing. Lots of stuff gives off light. I mean, Gem, I'm pretty sure if I shake it hard enough, you'll probably give off something. So.
Yeah, I would not recommend you try that.
No, I'm not. I'm not that mean.
I have a presumption that there's more talking about what might be hiding within darkness itself than darkness itself.
Usually when I can't quite see, it's usually another wall and I bump into it, so that's not that scary.
But imagine how it is for those who cannot see through.
I mean, we don't even know what this is pertaining to right now. I mean, maybe it's something on the other side of the door. Can I hear anything? I'm gonna stick my ear to the other side of the door because at this point I feel like I know it's good to not just go opening doors all willy-nilly.
You float on over the door, pull your broom like a
I'm
broadside against it, stick your ear against the door, and make me a perception check.
Oh no. Ooh, natural 19. 22.
There's a little bit of a background hum as you put your ear to it. If you, the player, were hearing this, it might almost sound like an electrical hum.
Oh.
And within it, you think you're making out whispers, and you think you make out the words, "No secrets without truth."
I think there's somebody on the other side.
Well, maybe ask them to open the doors for us. We don't see any doorknobs on this side.
Are any of the words or symbols familiar or recognizable?
You could make me a history check. Actually, let's give it to before you go that. Actually, where did you all grow up? Was it in Waterdeep?
No, not for me.
No. Kavai travels a lot and has passed through Waterdeep as a maiden point a lot, but he grew up on like a far island, distant island.
And Gemeline?
Sure, I'll say I did.
All right. So I need Kavai, if you or Honey want to roll, you'll be at disadvantage, and Gemeline, you could roll straight.
So it's history, right?
Yes, it's history.
I'm not going to go for it. Honey's contemplating knocking on the door. She's not going to do that.
25.
21.
Oh yeah. So it comes to you that this crest, or something like it, was the crest of the Shadowdusk family. Many years back, they were made up primarily led by three sisters who made their fortune by delving into Undermountain and bring back treasures to aid their fortune. But then some sort of rumors came about that they were engaging in darker magics, that something they'd brought back had corrupted them. And then a little after that, their house burned down, and rumors were that the watchful order of mages and protectors did it themselves. One Zerion Shadowdusk was supposedly fled within Undermountain.
Zerion?
Xerrion.
I was way off.
You know,
That's why I spelled it.
So Zerion Shadowdusk.
But notably, when they were on the surface, their crest was what you're recognizing, but it was upright before. It was a torch of three embers on a purple background that was upright, and their family motto was "No secrets without truth." Now it's upside down, and it has changed to "We do not fear the darkness."
All right. Well, you know, now that I think about it, my friends, this crest does seem to jog my memory. I haven't really thought about this symbol for a long time, but it's actually a sign of the Shadowdusk family. We don't really, talk about them much anymore. Kind of disgrace themselves dealing with some dark powers. Don't know what kind of fools would do something like that. But anyway.
Honey's just looking at her like,
Allegedly.
This mission is just low key, the Watchful Order getting rid of some more
right.
people.
Anyway, sure, that has nothing to do with anything. But the weird thing is, normally their symbol is like right side up, like in a way that makes freaking sense. And their motto isn't this. Like, here it says, we do not fear the dark, but normally it's oh man, what was it? It was no secrets without truth, something nerdy like that. I don't know.
man, I hate wizards.
Nerds, right?
Ugh.
I'll give them one thing though. It's an interesting design aesthetic. They've kept the aesthetic of the torches coming down here, upside down. Their symbol is now upside down. They're leaning into the aesthetic. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I guess it looks nice, but it's mostly like the why. Like, why is everything here upside down? We don't feel upside down. At least I don't feel upside down.
nah, man, I got an idea. I'm not sure if it'll actually do anything. I don't know. Bear with me 1 second. And I'm just gonna cast darkness, like, around us.
It's dark. Who can see through magical darkness?
Nobody, but I'm gonna, like, push
I
on the
can.
door, because I'm, like, right next to it.
No, I mean, who has double sight of the warlocks?
Oh, I
Yeah,
actually
'cause I
didn't take
just-
devil sight.
Okay.
So I do, basically. So I think I'm the only one that can see through
Alright.
the darkness.
So there's darkness. So as you push on the door, So you push on the door, and it seems to have some sort of hold to it. But then you all hear as the door opens. And Kvi, you can see a silhouetted figure, almost like an essence of purple outlines of a humanoid figure that has opened the door and then fades apart within the darkness.
Okay. I'll keep quiet on that just for now.
Wizards think they're so cool keeping us out.
Yeah, I can't see.
As you look into this area, Kavai, you see a grand foyer. It is in black marbled. Is in black marble with that kind of that whitish, mottled effect that it has on them, and the torches in here spill out purple light, as they are the same torches upside down, but the continuum flame is colored purple, and this purple light against the black marble pervades this area. A huge foyer of grand black pillars, and there's a number of doors, 2 to the north, 1 to the east, and 1 to the west. There's also 2 statues of well-dressed humans to the south.
When I feel the door like open, I'll drop the darkness so the rest of us can see.
And now Gemerline and Honey.
I look really smug.
What did you turn the lights out for? Oh, hey, the door's open.
Yes, I must applaud you, Gemerline. That was well done.
That's one swanky doorway.
Thank you, I know. And I'll just float on in.
Well, this place is swanky. Really pretty.
How well are you seeing in all of this, honey? I can provide a little bit of extra light if you so wish.
Oh no, I can see just fine. It's just when she does her magic stuff, I can't see anything like that.
Well, good to know.
Yeah, I know it's not always ideal, but I mean it worked.
Yeah, I would.
Intelligence save for me.
A what?
Intelligence save.
No.
Hey, but Honey's proficient in all saving throws now.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter for intelligence for her. She's dumb as a box of rocks.
Dirty 20.
Spend a key point to reroll.
Oh, that's true. Thank you for reminding me.
Intelligence, you said, right?
Yes, I did.
That is an 18.
19.
Dirty 20.
All right, so.
18, 19, 20.
Gemerline, as you float into the room, you see spectral images of adventurers before you. It's like the time almost slows for you as these it shows number of adventurers that have strode through these doors just like you have, and it shows in a very fast forwarded method their death, and then not just their death, not just the moment of their loss, but then their decay afterwards, and then the shadows fade.
Well, that is just disgusting.
Do we see this too, or is it just Gem?
Just Gem.
Wee. I don't say anything.
Okay. I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid if you guys don't mind. I'm going to. There we go. Honey's going to walk over to one of the torches and try and very carefully stick one of her fingers into the flames to see if it's flames.
So you stick it in, and it doesn't, not hot at all. Continual flame makes no heat.
Huh. I don't think she's ever encountered this before, so she's just sticking her hands and whoa.
The flame does warp around your finger like a normal flame would,
Okay, I know she thinks this is awesome, but then she stops and she's like, okay, I was just, I don't know, magic bullshit. I just checking. All right, now what? We are in the fancy smancy halls of the magic whoozits. Now what? I don't see any visible signs of Hatley or Hollister. What was his name?
Yeah, that's the one, honey. So you had said there were statues of well-dressed humans or some kind of humanoids
Yeah,
in the room.
2 statues of well-dressed humans. They specifically are well-dressed in plate armors of the regalia of the Shadowdusk family, and they're
Okay.
black purples. And when it gets fancy, it seems they trim it in a little bit of gold too.
Okay.
I'm just going to cast my gaze around at the statues and at the doors and flying to the Eldritch site.
All
So
right.
if anything pings.
So there are 2.
Sorry.
You're
Definitely
fine.
just smacked my mic. Sorry.
So there are 2 individuals. One is taller than the other. One is male. One is female. The female is taller. Upon the female's statue on the bottom, it reads, "We do not fear the darkness." On the other one, it reads, "No secrets without truth." And they have nameplates. The female is Desmir. The male is Zalthar. Desmir has mostly bald head with a poof of red that dangles down. Red hair, I should say.
What was the male statue's nameplate again?
Zalthar, Zalthar.
Thank you.
It's
I
okay if the
almost
name's
had that one.
confusing. I have a cheat sheet.
Huh, weird. That's almost like my ex-boyfriend's name.
Awkward.
No, don't want to talk about him.
But does the thing flare up with the detect magic?
No, the statue's not magic.
Okay.
The door to the east opens.
Just on its own.
Yep.
Oh, that's never good.
Well, it would be rude, though, to turn down such an open invitation.
We're like
For
smart.
what it's worth, Kavai looks like he's wearing the very bespoke and tailored, lack of a word, English gentleman suit, a la Kingsman.
Love it.
So he's got the suit jacket, the waistcoat,
Nice.
button shirt, tie, the whole Oxfords, not brogues, Oxfords on his as his shoes. So it looks very much the English gentleman.
Dapper AF.
Was they everyone's so fancy except for Honey?
You feel underdressed. There is a somewhat wet, fleshy slapping sound from
Okay,
the
see,
door to the east.
that's what I mean. It's always some sort of other BS. I can't believe you talked me to coming with you.
It would be of the utmost rudeness to ignore. As I said, such an open invitation.
Would it
That
be
was
rude?
the only other door in the room, yeah?
No, there are also 2 doors to the north and one to
Oh,
the
there
west.
were. Okay.
And the staircase. There's a ton of exits in this room.
All right.
Is Kavai going to go towards the door?
Yes.
All right. As you go towards the door, you meet a creature in the doorway. Kind of an almost like meet cute bump, but it is anything but cute. As you see this creature that is kind of similarly dressed to you in a nice, fashionable formal wear, but his dress shirt is purple with the black jacket, and it is hunched, and its face is covered in tumorous green growths. Its hands are almost flipper-like and wrap around a staff of unknown geometry. And over its left hand, it holds a very nice, deep purple cloth. And he looks up and goes, "Oh," and it speaks into your mind. "Excuse me. I was in your way."
Do excuse me, my good fellow. I intruded into your space. I'll step aside and see if he passes.
It looks up at you with 2 misshapen eyes, one larger than the other, and about 3 more eyes across its face open up and look at you.
There's no reaction on Kavai's face. He's just deadpan, staring.
once again in your head, because from if the other two of you, you just see him staring. You see him staring at him.
Oh, you're not hearing Kavai speak as well. He's doing the awakened mind, so it's all telepathic right now.
Okay, so they're staring at each other. Yes.
Honey is very slowly inching in front of Gemaline. Just sort of just like,
You'll do.
I'm not protesting that.
yeah,
Will
and I
do.
think I look back and I'm just like, Gems, what?
Oh.
Should I punch it? Should I punch? Oh goodness, I've forgotten how to pronounce.
Not yet, not yet.
How do you, Samuel? How do you pronounce your character's name again? I'm sorry.
Kavai. Just call him Kavai.
Kavai. Thank you. Should I punch Kavai? Is something happening?
I mean, I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, so just stand and watch. I can do that.
He looks up at you and says, "You'll do nicely. Come along. Must meet the mistress of the house."
Might I inquire as to what I'll do nicely for, or may I bring my companions with me?
Of course, bring them. We need all of you.
Wonderful, thank you. Good,
Your
sir.
strength.
Kavai would just turn to Honey and Gemini and just say, "It seems we have been invited to attend to the mistress of the house. Our strength is apparently needed."
Does the mistress look like that?
I do not know unless you have any abilities in peering into the future.
I mean, assuming it's some mistress at least related to the actual Shadowdusk family who's supposed to be like, they came down, like one of them got down here to like hide or whatever because they were like big old cowards after they got in trouble for fighting, like doing stuff that they probably should have been doing within the city of Waterdeep. I mean, I don't really make those rules. This happened way before me.
This dapper individual turns back to look at you.
I was going to suggest that we do not badmouth the hostess and the hosts of us when we're in their home.
You're the one saying everybody's weird looking.
No, that was me. And even then, I mean, how's a bad mouth thing if it's partial truth? I mean,
Unwraps his fingers and they like pop off like suckers. And he's
okay. No more bad mouthing. I get it.
magic at Gemaline. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, I accidentally turned my printer on.
Oh no!
The power of the void, bear witness to it.
Oh
Because it's right underneath me, so like you did that, and then I just hear the like printer vibration.
The void.
Ooh, that was actually pretty good. Wisdom save?
Yep.
28.
Okay. So you succeed, but with a success, you are going to be teleported
That's hilarious.
off of your broom into the air as you then fall unceremoniously onto the ground.
I have my ring of feather fall, so I just float.
That's so annoying.
Uh,
You also are going to take 3d12 psychic damage.
Which I'm resistant to.
And doesn't it reflect it back, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
All right, so it's 22 psychic damage.
All right. Before it's halved or after?
That's before half. So he'll take 11, you'll take 11.
All right. Gemaline does not really like care. She looks a little indignant, but just like crosses her arms, like pouting as she like floats slowly back down from the teleport.
Honey's putting her hands up and be like, okay, whoa, baby. She didn't mean it. I mean, we know their house got burnt down. Goodness gracious.
Yes, I do apologize for any insult my companion may have caused, my good friend.
Opens his mouth and speaks verbally. You best not speak ill of the house you stand in.
Try my best.
Come along.
Jem, can you do my best for me?
I'll just sigh and scoop up my broom and hop right back on and go, all right. I can play nice.
And as he turns away, he spouts, "Praise the exultant dark."
Well, that's not spooky at all.
I'm not doing that.
Praise the
It wasn't like a
shadow.
command. It was more like a it was like a cross.
I
Hail
got
Mary, full of
It was-
grace.
It was for him.
Jolie's just like,
Pass, man.
I got enough of my own shit going on.
All right, do you follow?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Hell
you-
yeah.
what's wrong with following someone who looks like he's gone through a Lovecraftian novel and come out the other side as a servant to someone who is in the depths of Undermountain? Nothing can go wrong.
All right,
Honey.
so you get brought into a large L-shaped hallway illuminated by floating willow wisps that do not seem to want to murder you immediately, as willow wisps tend to do. You hear the sound of metal clanking on metal, but he brings you past that door around the corner and says and points to a room. Yep, and says, "This is uh Melisara's lounge. Please address her with respect."
What was that name again?
Melisara.
Thank you.
It's kind of spelled the way it sounds.
Of course, I will ensure that the utmost of manners are given as is appropriate to one of her station. Thank you, my good friend.
He reaches out his like flipper or like hand and blesses it on your shoulder.
No reaction from Kavai. It's like it's an everyday experience.
You'll do well. You'll do well here.
Thank you, I suppose.
Your heart's in the right place.
Did we ever get your name?
I am Marduk. I am the head butler here. I'm also the only butler.
Oh, that must make being head butler easy.
There's very little competition.
I suppose you could argue make your job worse as well because there's people to assist you in it.
Honey's gonna try to stage whisper to Gemaline, like, "Do we tip him? I can't remember." No. Okay. No.
Generally never tips. Let's be real here. He moves aside, can kind of just stand next to the door and raises his staff and says, "Praise the exultant dark."
So Kavai is going to click his heels together and give a kind of short bow. No more than 20 degrees. Very exact. Like someone had a protractor there to measure it's dead on 20 degrees, his bow. And then knock on the door twice and wait to be bid to enter.
Marduk waves his staff and it opens
Okay.
for you.
I suppose that is as good as any other invitation.
All right. Inside this room are several comfortable chairs and side tables. An empty bottle of fine wine stands on an end table next to a used wine glass. Lounging on a divan is a woman who shows some age but is still regal with her strong colored hair, and she brings her feet down to the step and looks up at you with a look that has just the barest hint of confusion. There's also a large tapestry on the east wall. It depicts the Shadowdusk hold as it was in the Sea Ward of Waterdeep many years ago, overgrown with vines and ivy. It looks somewhat valuable.
Does she look human or?
She looks human.
Okay.
Honey's just gonna wave Hi. Your butler said you needed help. I think.
She looks like through the wall towards where Duke is standing, and he kind of imperceptibly nods and turns ever so slightly towards her, and she looks back at you. Yes. She stands and dusts herself off and reaches forward and reaches her hand out. I'm Melisara Shadowdusk. I believe I have a service I would like to request of you, if that is fine.
Honey takes her hand and gives it a nice firm shake, and also looking a little confused, like, should I be doing this? I don't know if this is polite. I'm surrounded by so many fancy people. I'm just a street performer.
Now, I would like to offer you something of worth. So, what is it that you come this deep into Undermountain looking for? So I might offer you a proper reward.
We were tasked to investigate a strange disturbance appearing within Waterdeep. The details and particulars are unknown to us. It might well be minor, it might well be major. All we know is we are being promised payment, and, well, sell swords go where money is promised.
There's a big fat cloud of death above Waterdeep, and everyone's freaking out about it, so they sent us here because we're stupid. And said yes.
Thank you
What
for
was you
your
about to say,
honesty. As she turns to Honey, it's like, people, he looks at Kavai. People don't send people this deep into Undermountain for non-specific disturbances. Please, honesty.
No, it'd probably be kind of hard for me. I've been lying since I was around 5, so forgive me if I do slip up in your presence, my lady.
Oh, trust me, I understand. I have been lying for most of my life, a few hundred years now.
You look magnificent for a few hundred years old.
Thank you. So, you must be talking about the Exultant Dark. The large magical sigil in your sky?
So there's a big ball of death.
That's one way to describe it.
What?
That is at least partially the side effect of some of my kin. You see, some of the denizens of the Shadowdusk Hold, some of my family, and at this point you hear the metal on metal smack noise get louder, tung tung, almost with anger. Some of them dabble in some dark studies of magic that I simply cannot abide by. Horrible dealings with the far realm. You must understand. 2 of them, brother and sister, are trying to attempt a hostile, unrequited takeover of our household. They reside on the lowest tier of the hold, the 3rd one. We're on the 1st one now. If you could dispose of their antics, I'd be much obliged. And I imagine I could be reticent to also allowing this ball of death, she says as she looks at Honey, to be assuaged along the way for your service.
Can I do an immediate insight check?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we believe her at all?
Yeah, Honey is literally 2 seconds from like whispering to somebody like, she said she's been lying her entire life. How do we know this isn't lying now?
Ooh, I rolled like crap on that one.
So,
7! Totally straightforward, seems legit.
13.
math is failing me right now. 15 plus 8.
Clearly, everything I heard about
20
this family
20.
was wrong.
All right. So, Honey, you definitely get a certain amount of like, she just wants to take over the family. She wants you to just take out the kids so she can be in charge. Which like is bad, but also seems in line with your goals, considering she does seem to be being honest about the clearing the thing up top.
Yeah, understandable given who she is.
Kavai, you can pick up on two things. First of all, when she was talking about a few hundred years, there was a lot of hesitancy in her voice. You think she's kind of lost track. Excuse me. And secondly, there's something of danger she's not mentioning. You know, an unpleasant detail, maybe about this brother and sister that she has not deigned to inform you of, at least before you take the mission.
Okay.
I'm using like all of her fancy lingo as I describe her.
If I may inquire, my lady, and of course feel free to completely ignore my line of question, but what is your relation to this brother and sister?
Oh, they're and she does a little math in her head. It seems to get lost. Grandkids, I think.
Let's see. But by and large, do I get the idea she's been truthful in we do this, she removes the
That
ball of
she
death in the sky?
that part she seems to be being truthful about. She has every intention of assisting in the removal. You get this sense that she thinks that the kids are the one causing it.
Okay.
What do we do if we take care of this problem for you and it doesn't get rid of the approaching shadow?
Well, of course, you'll have my assistance in removing such darkness from your world.
Okay. Can I ask a stupid question? Sorry. Why are all your torches upside down?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's the way torches are. Is it not?
Sure.
Have you ever been outside of the mountain? Out of curiosity, my lady.
When I was younger, before Zarian called us to descend into our new home.
How long have you been here?
I've lost count.
That's not good.
Some of the magics that we bind here will allow us immortality.
Are you okay with that?
Living forever. Some chase it at such cost. Lichdom, clones. You remember the Manchun Wars, certainly heard of those. So many costs have been paid in the strive for immortality, yet we have it for such pennies.
Truly fascinating, indeed, and a magnificent accomplishment. I must admit, I am in envy and awe. If my companions are in agreement, though, I think we are willing to investigate at the very least these siblings you speak of.
That does seem like a good way to go. I do wonder though now, my lady said that they are on the 3rd tier of the hold and we are on the 1st. Will we have safe passage between the tiers? What is the nature of your hold that you might be able to share with us so we can better help in your issues?
Very practical question for you to ask. Many creatures call our hold home. Not all of them under our care, but many of them call us family, consider us family. I'm afraid I would not be able to provide you guarantees of safe passage. Also, there are a number of cousins, and we'll just call them cousins today, who are loyal to these youngins. They might prove you difficulties.
So, just another clearing up question. You keep calling them children, kids. We're not actually going down there to kill children, are we? How old are your brother and sister?
They're my kids. A few times removed. They're not actually young. They're adults. They've been around for decades.
So you can't just, I don't know, you think about family, you think about kids, maybe you talk to them and say, hey, cut it out. It's usually how you handle kids, right? I don't
They're
know.
completely unreasonable creatures. They want to be in charge, and they have no respect for a matron. And there is on that the metal on metal clang from the room over. Gong! Rings out again.
Honey definitely looks very suspicious of the idea of respect despite other things.
She seems a bit of a contradiction.
Yeah, she's not jiving with this very much, but she's going along so far.
Is there room, my lady, before we depart to investigate, that where I might take a few minutes in private with my companions and just cast a little ritual to bolster our health and fortitude?
The hallway will suffice, will it not?
Yeah, it would indeed. I just wish to ensure that I would not disrupt the going-ons of your household.
Watch out for the star spawn.
You will indeed. Thank you, my lady.
And as you step out, Marduk will step in to give you privacy.
Okay. So I'm going to just usher Honey and Gemmaline just a bit further down, so we're not directly outside of the door, and kind of click my fingers, and unnatural-looking runes appear along my back of my hand, along my fingers, and my Book of Shadows, my tome, appears in my grip. I'm just going to flick through it, through all the maddening scroll, odd symbols, and start casting. I think it's called Raymond's telepathic bond.
Raries.
Varies, sorry. So just do the ritual casting of Varies
Alright,
telepathic
so you
bond.
spend 10 minutes casting a spell. That time. Vi, can you make me a wisdom save?
Wisdom save. That's 10. Yeah, that's a 28.
Okay. Unless anybody has anything else they want to do in that time, the telepathic bond would complete.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna cast a mage armor on myself now because I know we're gonna be wandering around places with shit called star spawn wandering around.
I'm good.
What, Sam's never fought a star spawn before?
I have not actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've like heard the or like seen the name. Like I've read it, but I've never seen.
So you get the telepathic bond up, and you can all communicate telepathically anywhere across the plane of existence for an hour.
With that door we just went through, how was it completely flush to the ground?
They're pretty fancy doors. They have like bottom molding that comes up to the base of the door. There's a small amount of space.
Roughly, would you say about 1 inch? Or was that too much?
I would say it is smaller than an inch, Mr. Arcane Eye.
Yeah.
I think as soon as that telepathic bond's up, like Honey immediately says, anybody else pretty darn sure she's been lying through her teeth the entire time?
Oh, no,
I
she's
know what you
actually
mean. I
not-
thought she was pretty straightforward.
I don't know. Anybody who demands
My roll of 7.
anybody who demands respect without conversation shouldn't be trusted.
I
No,
mean,
no,
clearly you have not met that many nobles.
I do agree with you, Honey, but she was remarkably honest, actually, most of what she said. She was a bit unsure when she gave her age, and there was some information she did withhold, I will admit. But by and large, she was actually remarkably honest.
She wants us to kill her grandkids because they won't listen to her.
What
Again,
kind
you've probably
of
not met much nobles.
Clive, what kind of information did you think she was withholding? Something about the kids, or about the location, or deal?
I think it was something pertaining to the siblings. I am not exactly a mind reader, although I can whisper into minds. So the exact nature of this unpleasant detail, I do not know. But it was definitely relating to the siblings, whether it is a direct relation to them or to their location. I could not ascertain that, so I apologize.
She probably doesn't want to admit how much of a pain in the ass they are, and that's why she really wants to get rid of them.
Well, I mean, as long as we are able to make that ball of death stop up top, then
yes!
we gotta just do what we gotta do, I guess. We should probably get a move on, because the sooner we can get this done, the sooner we can get back home.
I'm going to place my hand on Honey's shoulder, and through the touch bond, you hear the whisper of, "I will be sightless for a few minutes. Please guide me. Make sure I don't run into anything."
Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that. I've done this. I did this plenty of times with Shaw. Yep.
Behind my back, I am on the ground 30 feet away by the door. I am summoning my familiar, Vorago Tovus, as a spider. And yes, I named my familiar with a Latin name.
He's so cute.
It means
All right.
fierce void.
The spider will fit underneath the door.
I'm just going to send him scurrying in, and if I feel Honey moving, I'm just following Honey, basically.
I'm a really good seeing eye dog. I've done this plenty of times before.
Gemline's just like, oh my god, that is so disgusting. Spiders are so nasty. Could have picked like anything else. Had to pick a bug. Oh my god. Because I know he can't hear me while he's like in his familiar, because I've got one too. So I'm just like, ba 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 ba.
Yeah, Honey's just like, Gem, they get rid of mosquitoes and like other stuff that you hate.
Yeah, and they bite you, and they got way too many eyes, and they're so hairy and
you keep
gross.
trying to hit them. If you leave them alone for 2 seconds instead of trying to shoo them out all the time, they won't try to bite you.
All right, so Kavai, you make your way underneath the door, viewing through spider eyes. I'm no way I'm going to remember your familiar's name.
Vorago. It's simple. If that's any easier.
Ovrago?
Vorago. Vorago.
Vorago.
I spent about 10 minutes with my Latin to English dictionary checking does the adjective come first or second to the noun, but it does translate to fierce void.
Nice. Liu goes into the room, and the far door in the room has opened up, and in an individual with a bald head and gleaming Shadowdusk regalia plate armor and a large great sword that gleams of the void is standing there, and he looks angry, and he's looking at Melisara, and she's looking at him, and Marduk is staying in the corner, and they're like emoting as if they're having a conversation, but it seems to be telepathic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really angry, and occasionally he bangs his sword into things, which seems to echo that metallic noise you were hearing before.
As soon as I notice they're not talking, I think I would immediately snap my familiar away.
Okay. Before you snap the familiar away, you see him gesture with his sword towards where you guys are out in the hallway, bang it against the wall in the process. And it's like full-on anger mode, upset about something.
Okay. Then Spider appears on my shoulder and scurries up, and Kavai looks a bit odd for a tiefling in that he has 2 sets of horns, oddly. One that kind of curls to the side, and then a smaller pair that curls up and backwards.
Yeah.
And Virago is going to scurry into my hair and nestle between the 2 smaller upward-facing horns.
Cute.
Just if anyone looks closely, there's a kind of a very dark spider head peeking out a mess of black hair.
Nice.
Just comes back to Gem and Honey arguing about the how spiders are good for the environment. And Gemeline's like, I don't care.
I don't.
What's that?
And Honey's just like, well, if you quit trying to chase me, just put him in a little bitty cup, and then you take him to the window. That's all you're gonna do.
I'm not doing any of that.
But no. One day I'm gonna do something, and you're gonna cook for yourself. I swear to goodness, I'll make you cook breakfast or something. You need to learn to cook. You're gonna starve. What are you gonna do if you like get somewhere and there's no inns and nobody can cook for you? You're gonna starve to
Can
death.
everybody make me a deception check?
Okay. Oh, I don't
Yeah, it's
know
always
if I mentioned this before, Nats, but what it's worth. I have a passive perception of 23.
Wait, perception?
Oh, is it perception or deception?
Yeah, but
Deception.
that's what I thought. And then I thought I heard somebody say perception, and I was like, wait, what is happening?
Charisma deception check.
Okay, in that case, my fault. I misheard.
Yeah.
It's fine. No big.
Uh,
Don't fall off the table.
I rolled like crap. 8.
It will be well. 30.
Nice.
Excuse me?
I have a plus 11 in deception. I have a 19 on the dice.
Whew. All right.
Oh, I can lie to a dragon again.
What is your darkest secret?
Who's that for again, sorry?
Gemeline.
Oh, for me? Sorry, I didn't hear a name. I was like, I don't know who you're asking.
Gemeline, what is your darkest secret?
Oh, definitely that I accidentally maybe made my family disappear to get my pact powers.
Who is your family?
I mean, it was the Aberrels, but you know, now they're just like gone.
All right.
I Roanoaked them.
I didn't know what that meant before.
They're just, you know, disappeared.
And honey. What is your darkest secret?
Sorry for that. That no one will ever love me.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm afraid no one's ever gonna love me for who I am.
poor
All right. Gemeline and Honey both notice that you see a large eye appear on the wall across from you, and then another one. And the entirety of walls and the ceiling just covered with these large eyes, all looking at you, specifically you. And it's kind of freaking you out. And then, like, you're about to say something because Kavai doesn't seem to notice it, and then you blink and they're gone.
Gem?
Yeah?
Um,
That was
Nothing.
disgusting, right?
oh, you saw it too! Okay. Oh,
Well, yeah, I mean, didn't you?
My sense you checked and asked what you saw.
Kavai, you didn't see that? There's a whole bunch of eyes and stuff everywhere. It was weird.
I
Yeah, it
have
was
seen a
freaking
whole bunch of eyes
disgusting. They were like all over the place, just up on the wall. I'm so glad that I was like flying, so I wasn't standing on them.
Yes, I will take your word for it, but no, I did not happen to perceive that at all.
How? They were everywhere. Literally everywhere.
Were you like in your spotter again or something? How did you miss that?
Honey's gonna wave her hand in front of Kavai's face, like, huh?
And Gemeline, as she's doing that, you realize you forget, what were we talking about? What happened? You remember being revolted at it, but you've forgotten what it was.
Wait a minute.
Did I forget too?
Nope.
You can't tell me that you didn't see a whole bunch of freaky ass eyes all over the walls, Kavai. Seriously, they're everywhere, literally right in front of your face.
I gotta say,
Wait.
I did see them. I had nothing of the sort. It was just a normal hallway.
Jen, I
should-
think some
I
might have
should
been
be
in
clear.
those screwdrivers I made this morning.
I don't
What?
remember what were we talking about?
The eye. What?
What eyes?
The eyes that you were flipping out about, the really super gross ones that were sitting over the walls and the floors, and you were happy that you weren't standing on them?
I mean, that does sound like something that would be nice to have, like,
Yeah,
but I mean,
Are you
are you feeling all right, honey?
messing with me? Just agreeing with me, and then
Oh
You
no,
know what, never
this
mind.
is
I mean,
fascinating.
I don't joke, so.
no, come on, let's whatever. I don't care. Let's keep going, and I start walking ahead.
Would it be possible, Nat, for Kavai to do insight on both Honey and Gemeline, just so he can determine they both think they're telling the truth? Because out of character, I know that. Yeah, out of
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
will
right.
say that as someone who's traveled with them, you have a certain amount of when they're messing with each other.
Mhm.
This doesn't feel like that just innately, but you can roll insight if you want to be more
Yeah,
sure.
just out of character, I know it. In character, Kavai has no idea.
Yeah. I was like,
So,
what
the
this?
first is a 27.
Yep.
The second is a 16.
Yeah, you're very certain that Gemeline's telling the truth. You're quite certain that Honey is telling the truth.
Okay. Oh no, this is fascinating. It would seem that you both believe you're telling the truth, for somewhere where memory seems to be manipulated and altered. Oh no, this is interesting. This is well worth my while indeed.
Well, I mean, maybe your memory's the one that's being manipulated and altered, mister.
I
How
can
is
I
I
think
don't-
I'd know if I was, like, having things, like, just get, like, pulled out of my brain.
Are you sure about that?
If so, your
yeah.
perception were never there, how would you know that they were gone? You never realized you had the memory, so how would you know it's missing?
I don't think that line of logic makes sense.
I don't think
Reality-
anything in here is gonna make much sense,
All right,
honestly.
well, we've been lingering here for a while now anyway. We should probably get a move on. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we start looking for these creepy grandkids or whatever?
I presume, by the way, this was all done telepathic, so we've just been standing there just staring at each other.
Oh no,
Emote a little bit.
I'm fairly certain Honey has been alternatively be like speaking and thinking because she keeps forgetting she can do it. So it's just like bits of the conversation, a bit like a bit like somebody talking on the phone, you can't hear the other end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a moment to cast Sanctuary on myself, part of my tranquility thing. I think I can do that.
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
gonna do that
I
just
would
in
like
case.
to take the moment to.
I thought with the way the open hand, it was just that you automatically sanctuaried after you finished a long rest.
Let me check that.
You're way of the open hand, not way of path of tranquility, right?
No, yeah, I'm open hand. I'm looking. Oh no, yeah, I just get it. All right, fine. I just have it today, apparently.
Yeah.
Neat, thank
So
you.
you punch someone.
I would like it if we had the time for me to shift Virago into a more suitable shape for this area, but that is of no consequence and will take too long, so I'm fine with us continuing on.
Did you want to go converse with Melisara again?
I don't think we needed to, did we?
I didn't
Oh.
until you said that. No, I really do.
Kavai asked to excuse into the hallway so that you could discuss among you all. You could just walk away, nothing stopping you, but that does kind of intone you're going to come back. So I'm just making sure you're making an intentional rebuke of their generosity.
That's where me and the character difference. He would know that, I don't. So
Yeah.
Knowing that now, Kavai, at the very least by himself, would head back.
All right.
And knock on the door.
So you open the door as this bald-headed man slams his sword into the ground, point sticking down as it slides a good foot into the stone. and he reaches his arm to the side and points right at you and says out loud, "This is unacceptable." And he turns and walks away out through the door, the
And if
other
my
door.
presence is causing such offence, I am more than willing to leave the. My mind just gone blank. To leave your home.
Yeah, geez, just because
Melisara,
it's got a spider on his head doesn't mean you gotta be that mean. Geesh.
Melisara like waves it off like it's nothing. Oh, remember, I mentioned that we all have that we are able to find immortality here. Unfortunately, my beloved Darian had a cost of rage, a little fluke.
Who is just your husband?
Yes, my beloved. He's just angry often.
That sounds like a prob. Anyway, yeah, I guess.
Is that sword still in the ground, or did he take it and
He
go?
left it there.
Okay, I'm going to just flare my eyes again and cast Detect Magic.
It's a magic.
It's a magic, all right.
It has an aura of necromancy and conjuration.
There a reason your husband doesn't? Is there a reason he's upset, or does he just get mad up and down?
He considers you intruders in our space and to be killed on sight, but
Oh,
I've convinced him otherwise.
you sure?
Yeah.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
I don't trust that at all.
Totally fine.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Oh, I need to do math.
Math.
23.
You get the a really strong vibe of it usually works out of her.
So normal wife trying to convince her husband of his stubborn ways. Got it. That's what Honey thinks. Like, okay, normal marriage people, I think.
Normal marriage people.
I think.
I have a sense Honey doesn't have a ton of marriage experience.
No.
Anybody else
Is
getting
there?
that
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
beep?
Somebody getting like intense feedback or something? What is that?
I don't hear it on my end.
I'm gonna
Oh,
mute
now
myself.
I do.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That was very strange.
Okay.
Did we all just fail a wisdom saving throw? What's happening?
The
What is
void
your
is
most
reaching out.
beloved memory, Sam?
Ah, Scheisse!
Well, it doesn't seem to have continued, so let's venture forth. So, Melisara, do we have an accord?
We do indeed, my lady. We would be most happy to investigate your little issue down below.
Excellent. And she stands up and dusts off much the same way and says, "Let me lead you down to the stairs to the second level."
I have one last question. I'm sorry. If we have the ability to convince your grandkids to cut it out without killing them, is that okay too?
Side note, upon that issue, killing them won't quite do the job. And she kind of, let's walk and talk. And she kind of leads you along and she goes, and Marduk brings up the rear. She's in the front. And she kind of almost tour guides just a little bit. So, Desmir and Zalthar are what you on the surface might refer to as a Death Knights. Powerful, once paladins of Torm turned to, untoward directions. They can't actually die. Well, they can, but they come back. So I'm actually going to need you to get a little creative, if that's acceptable.
None of us are clerics, if you haven't noticed.
No, it's like, imprisonment, flesh to stone, stuff like that. I'm sure you can handle that, right?
Sure, we'll figure something out.
Sure.
If you don't perhaps, if you don't in fact possess these abilities like I expected you to, on the next level down there is one of our. She kind of thinks one cousins. Her name is Berlaine. She is an archmage like me, practiced in her transmutatory magics. She may have items that could assist in this endeavor.
I'm not sure if I have something quite to that extent. I know, Cavalis, is that some? Do you have any abilities that might be useful? The one I was thinking of.
Yeah, give me the player 1 moment.
I know, I'm like looking up all my crap.
Mystic Arcana, what did you pick?
I know, I didn't pick one for these at least. I almost took Flesh to Stone, but I didn't. I was like, Gemaline doesn't want to get close enough to have to touch anybody.
That's fair. Oh,
Honey is literally just trying to think of like, can we cut their tongues out? Can we like chop their hands off? How can we stop people from doing magic?
Oh, and of course, I should probably mention Linerax. He's our family Draco Lich. He'll also probably try to kill you.
Oh, that's good.
What's a Draco Lich?
So it's like a dragon, but when they turn to like the dark side, and their body withers away, and they're left with a skeleton, and it adjusts their powers and lets them breathe necromantic death.
And what was this beastie's name again?
Linerax.
Liner.
That's your pet?
No, excuse me. Dragons are intelligent, equal members of this family.
The cousin.
No, we're not related to him. It's a dragon.
Neighbor. All right.
Yes, to your earlier question, Gemini, I can indeed imprison someone, but only for a short while, an hour at most. Although they are bound to that location, it is not a permanent thing.
Right. Yeah, no, unfortunately I only got something that would maybe knock them out for about 8 hours or so. Not for a long-term deal. So maybe it's best if we do go and speak to your archmage and see if there's something that might help fill in the gaps for us a bit.
Go ahead. You might need to convince her to help. I'm not sure we're on speaking terms.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm sure she could see the mutual benefit and,
So
getting rid of some potential issues.
She's led you across the large foyer into the opposite, to the west door, into a large hallway, and she's kind of led you north along a hallway covered in, it's like a gallery with pictures and portraits depicting the history and prominent members of the Shadowdusk family. And then she leads you to the staircase. She clasps her hands together. And I probably should mention Srath Relikar. He's a family friend. Have you heard of mind flayers?
Yeah.
I have dealt with that.
Well, this one became a lich.
Cool.
I almost feel as if you should have told us about all these things before we said yes.
I mean, it's just minor details, correct?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Falakar.
I think
Leth Relikar.
Slaughter Barkfast. Gotcha.
Man, with all due respect, I think you and I have different definitions of detail. Yeah, not much we can do about it now.
Yeah, I would agree. There are Particularly minor detail. These are fascinating details. How your family came to acquire such a strange array of friends and distant families. Definitely interesting. You have my all once more, my lady.
Kai,
Um,
you also have a different definition of interesting for me.
So, you all, can everyone make me a perception check?
Okay, so
Yes, I know you have a ridiculously high 28, but as with the rules of 5e, there are some things that require an active check to notice.
18.
Natural one. Or
That's
9.
how much did that come out to?
9.
21.
Okay, so Gemmaline and Honey notice and Gemmaline, you actually recognize the character in this portrait as Zerion, the member of the Shadowdusk family that descended into Undermountain, and he is shown fleeing from a fire of the above ground villa, clutching a tablet of black crystal with just the slightest hint of deep purple within it.
I think Honey's gonna pause before the portrait and actually ask, "What's happening here?"
Oh, that was our founder of this location, Zerion. He was our head of our family until he and his wife moved on.
What's that in his hands?
That is the black crystal tablet. It is a how do I describe it to a mortal mind?
Well, I mean, you just say it's a black crystal tablet. That's probably.
That is its title. It is a
Oh,
conduit to the far realm. You may reach out and communicate with any entity in that realm, past, present, or future.
wow. That sounds handy.
It was left behind by Zerion and his beloved before they moved on.
Well, I'm getting the impression moved on might mean something different here, but I'll take your word for it.
Just the natural meaning of the word.
So is this tablet, I guess, is that a treasured family heirloom to date?
Naturally.
Well, that is just lovely.
Okay, so we have to watch out for an undead illithid and an undead dragon. Is there anything else we need to watch out for?
Well, just the cousins too.
Well, okay, I don't want to. I don't
Well, I
mean.
mean, the cousins were mentioned, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean they're just archmages, warped by the power of the realm we connect to.
Do we have to worry about that?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Now I'm sorry if you had said this before. What was the your archmage who we were gonna need to go and persuade to possibly give us a bit of assistance?
Berlane.
Verlaine, thank you.
Berlane with a B.
Verlaine.
And what does she look like?
Oh, she has 4 arms, 2 of which are like muscular male arms, and they carry a giant great axe. But then besides that, she's got a very pretty figure.
Okay, 4 arms and a giant axe, and she's pretty. Okay, I don't
Blonde
think
hair?
we can miss that.
All right, well then I guess that should be our first stop. Can you give us the directions, I guess, to make it to her location?
Certainly. She is in the eastern wing of the 2nd tier. I suggest approaching from the north if you want to avoid some dangerous side effects.
Approach from the north. Excellent. What would be the best way to I guess, can you give us some directions through your halls? Just, we don't want to go barging in on any of your other family members with out announcing ourselves.
Thanks a moment.
Oh,
It's been a long time since I've been down there. Hope they haven't changed anything, but I think if you go down these stairs and then follow the path and take a left at the door with the cephalopod skull upon it, you should be able to head in the right direction.
Is there anything we shouldn't break or things we shouldn't do?
I mean, this is our home. Please don't break anything.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I'll try not to break anything. All right, let's
She's
go.
really very dexterous. It'll be fine. Come on, let's go.
I'm not a bull in the china shop at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go.
All right. Thank you very much for your time and assistance. We will be back as soon as we can with some good news for you.
All right, that'd be excellent. And if I need anything, I'll send Darian to find you.
He's not gonna try to kill us, is he?
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, that's better guarantee than most people I know, so I have no issue with that.
Oh, and of course, watch out for the star spawn and other beasties.
What is a star spawn?
Oh, it's a figment of a imagination of a colossal creature of unimaginable power from the far realm, manifesting our world due to proximity of thought.
Right.
They're fascinating
Okay.
creatures.
She points to Marduk. He's one.
Is that an answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll trust you on that.
No, that all makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
All right.
So as we go down, Kawai's going to click his heels together again and bow at a 45-degree angle to the lady of the house.
Honey's gonna copy him.
Sounds good.
I do not.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you, my lady, and we shall endeavour to be quick.
And she turns on her heels and walks away, followed by Marduk. And as they walk away, they say together, "Praise the exalted dark."
Hail
I'm
the
still not
approaching
doing that.
madness. Anybody think it's kind of weird? That's what they keep calling the big black thing in the sky, right? The exalted
Well,
darkness.
they mentioned it was a side effect of it. Or a
Part of it or something, but
Okay.
I mean, she seemed like pretty, willing to generally call whatever it is off, at least for a time being, for, if we get this done. And we weren't really told to permanently get rid of anything. So, I mean.
This whole thing is weird and suspicious. I don't like it.
No, honey, that is always the case when you have to deal with matters from the far realm.
I mean,
What
so
is-
far things are actually pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Okay, listen, you fancy magic folk. What's the far realm?
Oh no, baby!
Oh, baby.
Consider it, to put it simply, since I fear we're pressed for time, a realm of madness and thoughts, of ever-gibbering voices, haunting flute melodies, and aberrations beyond description. Reality is manipulated by thought alone. Distance doesn't matter. Time breaks down. It is a realm of madness, chaos, and entropy and creation at once. Beautiful and hauntingly devastating in nature.
Oh, okay, so it's a nightmare. Okay, got it.
I was gonna say, so when you wake up and you had a bad dream, but you don't really remember having the bad dream, but everything feels really wrong and off. It's kind of like that, except you might remember it.
Yeah, pray that you never remember your experiences with the far realm, especially when you delve deep into it and meet the creatures of the abyss. It is not.
I mean, that's what I read.
Can I go home? Honey's
No.
looking very anxious now.
Oh,
You
honey,
gotta-
you've stared into the abyss
Shifted
already.
from foot to foot, can I leave?
You've
I
already
want to be
stared
excused from
into
the class
abyss
trip,
already.
please.
It's nice this
alright.
time.
Yeah, it's
So,
Okay.
as we're standing there saying this, Kavai's form to the both of you will flicker for a moment, and he's now dressed in actually quite tattered leather armor, a series of pouches and bags thrown over him. And he's going to reach into one of these bags, and his hand disappears up to the elbow, and he comes back out holding a long staff. As he sets it on the ground, you just hear him whisper, Zirioko. And his form shifts again, and he's once more in full suit, Oxford shoes, etc., etc., just with kind of like a overcoat over top.
Yeah, she's
Pretty.
sure to dress sharp all the time. Honey's gonna take out her alchemy jug and say, "Wine," because she's somewhere fancy, and just starts chugging. Might as well get the party started.
All right. So there are stairs before you.
Yeah. Let's see. So we're told to go downstairs and follow the path, make a left at the cephalopod skull, like you do. I guess we should probably make our way on down, eh?
Yep.
All right. As you go head on down, Kavai, could you make me a deception check?
Yep, will do.
Ooh.
That is another 30. I kid you not. I got another 19 on the dice.
We carry on. So as you open the door to head down the, actually no, there's no door. As you move down the steps to head down the stairs, you feel as if you're striding down a descent beyond sanity.
A familiar feeling.
Yes. Can I have everyone roll me a? So let's do this one at a time. Gemelin, can you roll me an intelligence save, wisdom save, and a charisma save?
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Okay. Intelligence, wisdom, and charisma?
Yes, one at a time.
All right, let's see. Intelligence, 15.
Okay.
Wisdom, 28.
Sure.
And charisma, 29.
Ooh, good numbers. You, as you move down, don't realize it immediately, but you have lost the name of your sister.
Oh no!
Oh,
That's
so sad.
sad. All right. Noted.
Honey, can you roll me an intelligence save, wisdom save, and a charisma save?
Okay. Sorry, I was writing stuff down.
It's fine.
All right. Oh dear. All right. Well, here we go. Let's see. 5 plus 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 for intelligence.
Yep. Sure, that'll do it.
Oh no, everything's going bad. Everything's going bad now. That's
You can spend a key point to reroll them.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll an intelligence save just to see if it helps me. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm so glad I said yes. I got a 19. So
Hooray!
19 plus 7 is, let's see,
26.
26. Thank you. All right, now for that wisdom save. 19. And charisma. Wow, you don't like me anymore, do you? 17.
All right. Honey, you've lost your name.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
That's going to be interesting.
Hang on. So when I think of myself, is this just a blank space?
It's this one's you notice a little faster, but as soon as you start thinking about yourself, it's just like there's just as if there was never anything in that spot.
Oh, it's weird. Oh, it's weird. Okay.
And goodbye.
Yep. Okay, so that's a 10 on intelligence.
Oof.
That is a 21 on wisdom.
As you do.
And that is even better with a 25 on charisma.
Can you roll me a percentile die?
Sure, one moment. There it is. There's a d10. So that's an 89.
Okay. You are having an urge that is quite abnormal for you. You
Mhm.
feel the desire to end life, to kill. It feels like it'd be very pleasurable. I don't know what that is.
Takes the spider,
So
throws it against the wall.
the spider slams into the wall and loses its like one hit point,
Yes.
and it incorporates.
Yep.
The desire feels really good. The desire is still there. If anything, it makes you want to do it more.
Oh, that was unsettling. If I
This
happen
is
to
fun.
turn against the both of you, know that I don't mean any offense. It just seems whatever insanity we're descending into is once more whispering into my ears, ever so seductively.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you're already thinking about it, it doesn't sound like that uncontrollable to me. I'm just like sliding around, so Honey's between me and Kvi.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. So I'm just like, hey.
But yeah, if I happen to stab a dagger into your back, crack you over the head with my staff, send you into gibbering madness by distending your mind.
I would
it's-
strongly recommend against trying any of that.
Honey's like backing up with like Gemline behind. You're like, okay.
And this, by the way, it's all going directly into your heads.
But who's Honey? You mean the unnamed monk?
Has anybody said my name yet?
I don't think so. It hasn't like.
Wait, hang on. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, have I just lost the concept of myself or just my name?
Just your name for now.
Okay, and nobody said my name yet, so I'm just like, still myself. I just don't know who I
Haven't thought about it yet. You've been drinking a lot of wine.
Like,
one.
who thinks of their name though as like when they're thinking to themselves? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Like, how did she notice this? She's also dumb as hell, so I'm just like,
By the way, I need 10 minutes at some point to resummon my familiar.
I know.
I did a wisdom
So-
save to see if I could get above 20 to resist the urge to kill the spider. I didn't make it.
Oh, cute.
I'm
So
like,
you
my familiar as far away from you as I can now.
you ventured down the stairs. At this point, as you notice that the walls are still of that same visual appearance, but their texture seems ever so slightly irregular and damp. Touch the wall and it squishes back ever so slightly.
that's nasty.
I'm not touching the wall.
I might be just a smidge, just to be like, what the hell?
oh, honey, don't touch things.
Who?
Honey, don't touch things. I mean, you're just like prestidigitation your hands, so any like grossness is gone.
What are you
Like a
talking about?
child sometimes, I swear.
I don't get it. There's no like honey here. Like, there's nothing in the walls. There's not beehive.
Your
Yeah.
name is.
All right. Yeah, I mean that
Is it
joke was funny
people?
like the first time you like did it like weeks ago, but I mean, come on, honey.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you.
I just like look at Quiet. I'm just like,
Well, this is
I don't
interesting.
get it.
Honey, or you're trying to hold on to this name, and this word, and it just slips right out as if your brain is an open window. And Gemaline, it leaves you too.
Oh no! Oh no!
Honey, would you be so kind as to tell me your name? Speaking to the unnamed monk. What is your name?
Okay, so what happens when does it just not there?
Yeah, he says it, and it's there for a minute. For a second, you focus on it, and then as soon as your concentration flickers away to anything else, just
Uh,
Can you tell me your name? Oh, this is magnificent.
I don't know. What's my name?
I mean, I am so sorry that you're experiencing this, honey, but I mean, this is truly.
I don't know who you're talking about.
So every time he says the name, does it sort of spur that memory for me too? As I'm like, wait, oh,
Yeah.
oh, wait,
And then
oh.
yeah, and so it's there, and then it's like the catch of your memory is a colander, and it just drains through.
Huh.
What name would you like?
Oh,
We have to call you something, and you cannot seem to grasp your own name.
what do you want to call me?
I mean, a name is a deeply personal thing. I would never dream to impose one upon someone.
Why don't you guys keep calling me honey? Maybe maple syrup? I don't know.
Maple.
Call you Maple, yeah.
It feels weird. I don't know.
Kavai, with your immense passive perception, you notice that you're now at the bottom of the stairs. You're at a hallway heading south, you believe? No, staircases get a little confusing.
Yeah.
And it is emblazoned with a deep purple cephalopod skull that might find of a mind flayer, and then the hallway continues left from there.
Okay. Oh, and I think you mixed up my characters slightly. It was 5s who had the 28 passive perception. Kavai has 23. Not as
Okay. Good. Not
as good.
not absolutely silly.
Mhm.
Okay.
5s could see everything. Kavai can see most everything.
Yeah, I mean that might be good for him. In this space, seeing everything isn't always what you want.
That is fair.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So I seem to be having the urge to rip someone's hearts out to bathe within their very life essence, to watch the life drained from their eyes.
Well, it sounds to me like you just volunteered to lead the way.
Yeah, how about you go in front?
I seem to be having these urges. You, Maple, seem to be forgetting your name. How about you, Gemaline? Anything unusual?
I don't think so. I mean, everything seems pretty straightforward to me.
What is her name?
Maple.
Her true name.
We just talked about it. It's Maple.
You guys just sort of decided it. I was just sort of like, well, maple syrup is sweet like honey, I guess.
Well, if you want a different name, we can do a different name.
I can't think of anything. All I can think about is Emma. So let's go with Emma?
Emma? Sure.
Okay, Emma.
That's a nice name.
Yes.
Emma it is then.
The hallway to the left terminates at another door. This one fairly plain.
Okay. I'm just going to hold on. Yeah, I'm spamming the thought shield from the Great Old One up. So I'm not letting anyone read my mind right now.
Yeah, that one blocks people from telepathically communicating with you, right? If
Yes.
you don't want them
Yeah,
to.
unless you let them.
If I choose. I'm only
Okay.
messing Gemini and Emma currently. But I'm
Emma.
having that as strong as I can here. I'm just
Dan,
going
can we
to,
change it on the? Can we change that on the overlay?
Honey?
Splash Emma.
Just honey question mark.
But yeah, I'm going. Kavai is going to knock on the door. 3 raps, of course, as is polite, as he was taught.
A little. When you do that, there's a pause, and then the door unlocks inwards. This room is full of. It looks like it once was a library. It is burned though. Bookshelves and looks like it's collected centuries of knowledge burned to a crisp. Not immediately before you arrived. It looks like it's been a few days. Sitting among this at a pristine writing desk, which does not seem to have been caught in the fire, is a bald elderly man. His back is to the doorway. He's in a dark cape. He's sitting bolt upright in his chair, facing away from you.
Excuse me, good sir. I was wondering if I might address a quick question to you.
Stands, put the chair grinding against the floor. It's upright and turns towards you. And as he turns, you can see that where his eyeballs should be is simply smooth flesh. As he turns to you, raises up his hand in an arcane sigil of power. And he just utters, "Death owns us all." He goes to cast a spell. What do you do?
Let me see if I can counter spell, because I can't remember if I did or not.
I mean, are you the only one in the room right now, Kfi? Like, did you?
You
or-
guys. So
I did step it over.
He hasn't even stepped across the threshold yet. So as of yet, Kfi is the only one who sees this individual.
All right.
I don't have counter spell, so I should
I do.
behind me. Yeah, I assume directly behind me are Emma and Gemily.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just double check something.
If you can't stop anything, I need you to make intelligence save.
Yeah, no, I can't. Not as a, I don't have anything as a reaction, sadly.
And neither Gemeline nor I can see this, right? Because we're behind him.
This is true. You will see it probably shortly.
Oh dear.
Wee.
Oh no, that's an option. Never mind.
Sorry, Kai.
It's fine. 16.
Okay. Do you have the thought shield from Great Old One Warlock?
I do.
Okay, so you're going to take half of this, and he'll take half. But you take 6 psychic, and so does he.
6 was that?
Yeah, that's after half.
Okay.
As you are feeble-minded, your charisma and intelligence drop to 1. You can no
Oh
longer
no!
communicate in any intelligible way.
I'm not going to miss out on D&D Beyond. I'll just make a note of that.
As you are struck by this spell, you bear witness to the void as it crushes your mind.
So clarification on something. I think it has been said, right? Even at like intelligence 1, you do recognize friend from foe.
Yes, it specifically says in this spell, can however identify as friends, follow them, and even protect them.
Okay. So I know I have 2 friends at my back. I know there's an unknown in front of me. I have no awareness with my intelligence anymore. So with my staff, I am running forward and I am going to kill that.
Why don't we roll some initiative then?
Yes, I'm so
I
excited.
have to kill him.
Oh.
Gotta scratch that itch. Gotta murder some folks. Whee!
Purple
Owns
die.
us all.
He's dying well today.
I have no spells.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I wiped all the warlock spells.
Mm-hmm.
You also can't communicate intelligibly.
Do I have any like invocations and such? Any of those abilities left over?
No, those abilities don't go away. It puts your intelligence charisma to 1, and it takes away ability to cast spells.
Okay. And I can't communicate.
This is fine.
Everything's fine.
7.
Everything's
Totally
fine. This
fine.
is fine.
All right.
Fine.
So Gemeline, what'd you get?
17.
Okay, and Honey. Well, Emma.
Who?
What'd you get?
Oh, I got a 7. I put it in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I think I missed it.
No, it's freaking this die wants to.
And Kavai?
I got a 16.
Okay. I need to roll for him.
Have anything that can help with feeble mind either.
All right.
Punch him real hard.
You try that, honey.
Just backhand him. It'll work.
Can you think now, Punch?
Smack, smack.
Do math!
So, as you are hit by this spell, it says, I have foretold this battle for many moons. Now it is time to test your mettle. You kind of cast Disintegrate on Kavai.
Oh no!
Okay.
Do
Okay.
you have a? Please tell me you have a backup character. I do.
I don't. I can make one quickly, but I don't.
I learned my lesson from Tim.
Yeah,
Dexterity
same.
saving throw.
Oh, is it deck save?
Yes. At least it's not a charisma
Okay.
save or intelligence save.
Yeah, that would have been deadly. What is the modifier with -1? With 1. It's like a negative.
It's -5.
-5. Okay.
I played a character with 1 dexterity because he was a picture frame.
Oh yes, I remember him. Oh, he was so
That's
fun.
amazing.
That was what I
It
got
was-
to play. That was what I got to play. Was it Lycian, the fallen?
Yeah.
Which
So-
23 dexterity.
All right, you dodge Disintegrate, which means you take no damage because Disintegrate's one of those all or nothing spells. As you dive into the room like a feral animal, and Disintegrate hits the door frame and just completely mulches a 10-foot cube of the wall.
Mhm.
Okay.
Good. Yes. Dodge, fight, win. Gemeline.
All right, well, I don't like any of this. Now that Kva has dodged out of the way, am I able to see what's going on in the room a little better?
You can move into the room and see a little better.
Yeah, I'll move in like I'm still kind of staying towards the threshold. I'll make
Okay.
sure to like leave space so Emma can get in around me easily.
You see these blank eyes, and he's just got this grim. It's hard to read without eyes, but he's got this grim, determined look.
All right.
Like his face ready to face fate.
All right, I don't like this guy. But he looks human
Well, besides the eyes,
besides the creepy eyes.
lack thereof.
Oh no. All right, never mind. I can't do the thing that I wanted. Because I didn't take the thing that I wanted. Or at least that I thought I did. All right, well then I'm just going to I'm gonna first use my bonus action to hex that donkus.
Sure. What ability score are you hexing?
Let's see, it just gives the ability score
Yeah,
disadvantage, right? Not like saves
Yeah,
or
it does.
anything.
No, disability check doesn't really do much for combat effectiveness.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'll say charisma in case he needs to try to lie or trick it to us or something. Sure.
Sure. Your
Right,
hex.
'cause I don't
seems
think. Or actually, you know what? No, I'll do con because I know I fought with honey before.
But that was our stunning strikes or saving throws. They wouldn't apply.
That
to
is
that.
saving throws. You're right. Shit. Never mind. Then all right. Yeah, I'll stick with charisma. Whatever. Fuck it.
Cool.
I'll stand by it. So that's my bonus action, and then my main action. I'm going to cast enervation. So that's going to be a dex save.
Okay.
DC
He's going
19.
to snap his fingers and cast Counterspell.
All right.
What level is that?
5.
That fails. Your spell goes through.
Haha!
As
Success.
he's holding one hand out for disintegrate at Kvai, and before you even raise your hand to bear to cast your spell, he flings his counterspell before you even cast your spell.
All right.
But it is not powerful enough to block your innovation. So he's gonna make a dex save.
Yeah.
Which comes out to 12.
Sweet. All right. So that's gonna be. Let me get all my d8s. It's gonna be 48. That's gonna be 9. Ooh. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 points of necrotic.
Okay, it seems he has resistance to this damage.
Okay, good to know.
He takes 12. And this is the one where like you can do it repetitively over time, right? So like tendrils enter him and you can keep doing the damage.
Yeah.
First time I've actually seen someone cast this
Right.
spell.
Oh, and I didn't say, actually, I totally messed that up because I'm blind, but it's fine. It just means my hex actually drops because I forgot that this was concentration. But I
Okay.
cast the hex out of my Iron Stone, so it doesn't actually use one of my regular slots.
I mean, it's like the first time. It's fine. You can just have your hex slot back. It's fine.
Oh, well, thank you. Generous
learning
DM's
her-
gonna kill us. That's what that means.
Learning the character.
I have
yes.
never played this high a level character, let alone a caster, so this is like a lot.
I wanted to make it easy on Samuel because I just need to make sure to remove all those complicated options.
I think I've literally reduced to one thing.
Oh no! All right, so you have enervated this figure. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm staying where I am for now.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay, I have a question. I can't cast spells. Can I trigger
True.
spells stored in the ring of spell storing?
I need to look up the text of that item.
Let's see. Where is it?
I'm looking at it now. It actually says cast in the spell's description when using it, so you cannot.
Yeah, I assume nothing I can do through the Staff of Power would work either, because that's technically casting a spell through it.
You could hit someone with it.
I can hit someone with it, and that is indeed what I'm going to do.
And I think that one you can spend charges to like kind of smite people. You could do that too.
I'll just do regular. I'll expend one charge actually. So yeah,
Well,
if it hits.
If it hits.
So just.
Okay, so I need you to attack at disadvantage, as he seems to already know how you're going to attack as you swing at him.
Oh, I love that spell. 15.
That misses as he deftly steps back, making your staff miss him by inches.
Yeah. So the whole time, Gemeline and Honey/Emma has known Kavai Laios. He's been very reserved in his nature, very sarcastic. They're very kind of stereotypical British. Yeah, he's not like that at all now. He usually keeps his hair well styled. It's falling in front of his face. It's hunched over. He's just very animalistic looking right now.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh, definitely. And he's just swinging with his staff recklessly. But that is literally all I can do, because I can't talk.
All right.
Feeble mind is so frustrating.
So sad.
I believe you can still use Bardic Inspiration that isn't verbal, because I think they have to be able to see or hear you, not both.
I'll double check that actually. Can hear you gains the Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, so could I do that without talking or
Yeah, sure. It's gonna be dark AF because it's like, what are you doing to inspire them? Probably just to frenzy and rage.
Just goes like a really metal scream.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like that as he's just swinging this stuff. It's a mix of deep speech, infernal, just that makes no sense. It's just gibberish.
Who are you inspiring?
I will inspire Honey / Emma
All right.
/
All right,
Megan.
Emma, you're next.
Okay. Okay. I've got a crazy amount of movement things.
You can
Actually,
easily
no,
get to him. He's not even that far away.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just gonna run up and I'm gonna do what I do best and I'm gonna punch him.
All right, I need you to make every attack at disadvantage, as he
Okay.
seems to know how you're going to assault him.
You
Very
do have a
interesting.
D6 on one of them, at least.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, that D6 not gonna matter much.
Mhm.
That's okay. Hang on. That's cocked. That's okay. Thank you. That's not cocked. So let me see. Looking at my sheet. So that's 2 plus 11 is 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my first unarmed strike is a 13. Does that hit him?
13 misses, as he just deftly steps to the side,
Ah, hell.
not even
All right.
looking at you.
Huh, that's so weird. That's all I can do.
Well, you get more attacks.
You sure? I'm looking at all my attack. Oh, hey, look at that.
Monks have
Yeah, you get
Attack,
all
and
the
then-
attacks.
Yeah, hang on.
attack, and then you have martial arts bonus action, and instead of that, you can flurry of blows for 2 more. So you have up to 3 more
Yeah.
attacks.
Okay,
Possibly
thank you. I'm so used to playing my nice funny sorcerer that okay. Good. That is not cocked. Okay. Oh, okay. So at disadvantage, my lowest roll was a 17. So 17 plus 11.
That hits.
Yeah. Let me roll damage for that.
Nice,
And
nice.
I'm gonna flurry of blows him after that since I was able to smack him.
Sure.
That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 points of damage.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna flurry of blows
And
him and
that's
burn.
magic, so it seems to take all of it.
Okay. And I'm gonna
2
flurry of
more.
blows. The flurry of blows. And one of those flurry of blows I'm gonna pour a key point into to shoot. I think I can knock him prone, right?
That doesn't cost key points. The way the open palm just is passive. If you hit flurry of blows, you get to do one of those effects.
Okay, I rolled the same thing twice, which was a 5. So 16?
16 misses, but is
Okay.
really close.
Okay.
You could use the Bardic Inspiration.
You could.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's burn
Okay.
that. Might as well.
AC 17, you hit.
Okay, yeah, so it bumped up to 20 because I got a 4. All right, so whack him again.
And did you want to try to prone him with that?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna try to knock him prone. I rolled a 9. So 9 plus 5 is 14 points of damage.
Okay.
I think he's got a what does he have to
So
do?
it's a dex save.
Yeah, he's got to beat a 17.
All right. That is a 22. He's remained standing.
Okay, all right, one more time. I'm gonna do it again.
One more time.
Oh, these nice numbers, nice high numbers, and I can't use any of them. So that's 7 plus 11 is 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, great. And once more again. Ooh, 10! 15 points of damage.
All right.
I'm just smacking him left and right. This is fun.
Yeah, you're doing very good.
Hey!
His turn.
Oh no, I'm so close. Should use my bonus action to go to patient defense. Oh well.
That would have cost you 2 attacks. Because flurry of blows is a bonus action. Runs his hands across his forehead. The thrill of death. So close. I can taste it. It's going to turn to Gemaline. Why not? Why one when death owns all of us? And he's going to invoke a darkness into his hands and turn and palms outstretched at Gemeline and Emma and shoot at dark tendrils. I need both of you to make an intelligence save, a wisdom save, and a charisma save.
I will counterspell him because
Yeah. Also, can I use my reaction to smack him?
No, spellcasting doesn't provoke unless you have Mage Slayer.
Okay. No, that's just something.
Gemeline, you counterspell, and he's going to raise his eyebrows and counterspell your counterspell.
Ah, that dick. I stick my tongue out at him.
Can
Okay.
you roll me a percentile die though?
Ooh, percentile. Yeah. Just one? Or do you need like oh no, you need
Just one for this moment in time.
it's a 6.
Okay. One moment, pulling up the correct thing on Handy, the Dandy, D&D Beyond.
Oh no.
6?
Yeah.
All right. As you counterspells meet and the surge of wild magic happens, boop, a Modron appears. It looks up at you, Gemeline, with its one eye,
Oh.
purple bloodshot, as its light fades from it, withering and dying.
Oh, that's
Oh
sad.
no! No, not the robot friend. He just got here.
All right, so I need both of you to make an int, whiz, and charisma save. Let's
Yeah.
start with Gemeline. The DCs on these are not nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see. Where's my stuff? Oh, that's not good. That's an 11 intelligence. Oh, I rolled like crap on that one. A 19 wisdom. Oh, and a 31 charisma.
Warlock. All right. And Emma.
Okay, I'm gonna burn a key point if you roll that. That was bad.
Sure.
Natural 20 for my
What's that?
intelligence roll.
What did that come out?
27. 27 total
Okay.
for my intelligence.
Okay.
Oh
Crits are not-
no.
This is
Okay.
This is not good.
I'm gonna burn the key point just in case.
used to number of those.
Hang on. So 16 plus 9 is 25. Pretty
'Kay.
sure. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. And Abner, you're making me nervous. Do it again.
3 key points.
What is that? That's a natural one.
You have to use the second result.
Yeah, I do. So that's a 9 plus my charisma roll. I'm gonna lose even more of my personality. That's
All
what we
right.
have.
All right. So, Gemeline, I need you to roll me a percentile die twice.
Oh no. Okay. First one's a 10 or 100, whatever, and then 3.
Wait, is it 100 or is it 10?
Oh, sorry. You said to just roll the 1. I'm just like rolling the wrong thing. Never mind. Sorry. Hang on. So
You did that for the sorcerer too, didn't you?
yeah, I just rolled the 1 because I was thinking like D10
That's okay. It doesn't
rather
really
than
matter.
percentile.
Fine.
Sorry, my
The Modron
bad.
was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a 62 and a 77.
Okay.
You said twice, right? Just twice.
Yes. And then roll me one more d10.
Okay. Oh no. All right, this one 4.
All right. So for up to 40 hours, you suffer from a partial memory loss. You
All
know
right.
you know who you are and retain your abilities, but you don't recognize other people or remember anything that happened before now.
Oh no. Okay.
Additionally, you have the flaw permanently, at least until you remove it. I am the smartest, wisest, strongest, fastest, and most beautiful person I know.
I mean, that's not too different than what she's got in her flaws right now. So
That happens sometimes.
which is the world does in fact revolve around me. So
I was about to say, how's it different from how she always is?
Yes.
That's okay, because now she's not her. Emma,
This is very terrible.
did I have you roll percentile?
Okay.
Did I already?
No, I had to run to make
Okay.
sure my house wasn't burning down.
Right. Go ahead.
Okay. This could sound like a really silly question. It's this one with all the numbers, right?
No, it's both of them. So you roll the
Okay.
one with the multiple numbers and the other one, and then the one with the extra 0 is the tens place. The other one is the ones place.
Okay. I'll have
Yeah,
to
that's the same confusion I had before.
Okay. I rolled a 60 and a 2.
Sure. So 62.
Okay.
Why don't you roll that again? Because that's the same one Gemeline got.
Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. I got 106. I think. Pretty sure that's what that is.
I think that's 10 and 6.
Okay, yeah, it's 2 zeros and a 6.
All right.
Am I gonna blow up?
I can have some fun with that. Yeah, haven't you already? What is the part of Emma, what's the part of you that you value the most?
Oh, shoot. I don't know. That's really a difficult answer. I'm gonna say her legs, like physical part.
No, like of who you are.
I would say my agility, like my ability to be fast, and basically my ability to be dexterous.
Okay.
What are you gonna do to me? What's happening?
So you value your prowess.
I guess.
All right.
She likes being fast.
You've lost a portion of your memories. You lose the times where you have succeeded most valiantly in your life.
Oh, geez, that sucks.
Oh, so
Yeah.
sad.
Okay. Oh man.
And this
There's an ant.
Archmage, he flings his hands down, says, I, Bertrand, have made you bear witness to the void as I have. It's Gemeline's turn. You don't know where you are.
No, and I got no idea like what's going on at all, right?
You do know that he just did something to you, because like you first memory is this guy with dark tendrils coming with hands receding from you, so you're pretty sure this guy did something.
Right. All right, so I don't know what it was, but he did something, and I don't like it, so I'm gonna Hex and Eldritch Blast him.
Pew pew.
Which is, I believe, 4 at this level?
You do have enervation still, don't you?
That would have dropped actually when I took down, or when I lost concentration before, I think.
From what made you lose concentration?
Actually, wait, no. Or I mean, I was gonna drop it right now anyway. But why did I think you know what? I think I just assumed that I had dropped it when I was counterspelling, but I guess that wouldn't have been necessarily true, huh?
No.
I think that's why I thought that.
It's still going.
Yeah. All right. Actually, well then, yeah, because I guess I also don't remember that it wasn't super effective against him. But I would remember I still have the spell up, right?
Yeah, you see this dark tether to him.
Okay.
It's also a pretty good indication that you were fighting this person.
Yeah. All right, then I will just keep doing that because Gemeline doesn't know what's up, and that makes sense. So that's going to be an automatic 4d8 necrotic. That's going to be 11, 12, 14.
He had 1 hit point left.
Haha, and I get my last hit point back. Because I heal when I do damage. I heal half of what I deal with that. So.
Dark tendrils enrapture into him. Says, "Death owns us all. he falls and loses his life. So, shall we take stock for a moment? Kvi has been feeble-minded. Honey has lost her name and sense of accomplishment. And Gemaline has lost all of her memories. Also, no one knows Honey's name anymore. It's just Emma now.
I don't even know that now.
Oh my god!
They're all gone.
Oh
I mean, I still know who I am. I just don't know what happened before, like, right that moment, right? That was what I wrote.
Yeah, you have an awareness of how you work. It's
Right.
like classic movie amnesia where it's like, you can tie ropes, you're just not sure why you know.
Yeah, it's like some Jason Bourne, like...
So what does Kvi do as this Archmage falls to the ground dead in your feral anger?
You just keeps hitting. Just
Kinda
going
get
for
it.
that head. Just keep going until it's just poof.
People mind still stays up when the spellcaster dies? That's intense.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
For
love
30
it.
days.
You get one save every 30 days.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Eventually, at some point, Kavai tossed the stuff aside and just going with his bare hands. And when the head's gone, he's going for the chest and he's just tearing.
Honey's running
Goodbye.
over and trying to pull him
Goodbye.
away.
Kvi, he looks delicious.
Oh no, yeah. Honey's running over and pulling him away, mostly because she's like, "Oh, what's wrong with him?"
I'm going to say that's more of a wisdom save. Just. Okay, yeah. I'm going to say he got above 20, and that's if he did resist to go and, so he can go and eat the flesh. Some semblance of humanity, or tiefling-ish humanity in his soul stops him from going that far.
Meta-humanity.
Emma is running over and grabbing Kavai and just being like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, I think he's dead. I think he's dead. I think he's dead. I think he's dead. Woo! Okay, I think we got him." Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
Emmeline's like still on her broom from the from the doorway, just like, who is this we and what is going on? Like, who are you people and why are you throwing spells at me? And I like you just sort of see like I'm like holding like magic ready to throw at you.
Whoa, I'm not. What? Emmeline, well, okay. It's me.
Who's me? Who are you? How do you know who I am?
That's a really ridiculous question right now. I don't want to answer that question right now, honestly. It's making me feel weird.
It's making me feel weird.
I'm Emma. We come on, you gotta remember like Shaw and come on, really? Is this I don't like these jokes right now. This is awful. Also, something's really wrong with Kavai. He's like being all funky and weird.
What is a Kavai?
Kavai at this point has crawled over to his staff. He's just sat in the corner, just.
No, seriously, this isn't funny. Kavai's like something's really wrong with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not laughing. What's going on? Because like one moment, I mean, I don't know what I was doing in one moment, but the next moment I was here and that weird Alice guy was like throwing something at me, and then I guess I killed him. So, you're welcome, by the way.
Okay. Oh, this is the worst day of my life. Actually, no, the worst day of my life happened a long time ago, but this is still pretty up there. Okay.
Surprised this is hitting worst. I have to try harder.
There's still 3 weeks.
There's still 3 weeks.
Or is there? I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
Let's see how we keep rolling.
Who do I deal with first? Okay. I'm Emma. You met me in the dungeon of we met through the yawning portal. I fell down and the stuff by accident. But then we met and we killed a crazy ass spider dude. No, he was a scorpion. Scratch that. He was a scorpion dude. Marmalade. He was a giant bag of dicks. You killed him actually. Now that I remember. And then we left, and now we're back, and we're taking care of a giant cloud of death. Something about the impending grayscale. I don't know. And this is our buddy Kavai. Something's really, really wrong with him. He normally does not act like this. Ever, really. I'm kind of freaked out. And if you could, like, I don't know, you can do crazy magic stuff, right? Can't you do something to fix him? Fix this?
I don't think so. I mean, none of this really is ringing like any bells for me. Like,
How? You wouldn't
all.
stop talking about killing Marmalade for like a month. Okay.
Could I have
fine, you're-
everybody roll an Arcana check? Yes, this includes Mr. One Intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was actually good. I'm actually not very good at Arcana, even though I'm proficient. My intelligence is not
This
so
would
good.
be -5.
Religion would work as well if you have it.
Oh, okay, I'll do religion then, because my Arcana's nuts. I mean, awful.
That's a 4, -5 from -1, +6 from proficiency, so 1. No, it's a 5.
Pretty respectable for getting feeble-minded.
25.
Woo!
22 for religion.
All right, so
Imagine if I got 19, that would have been 20 if I rolled a 19.
so that. Okay, so Gemeline, you can recognize that Kavai, or whatever that is enough to identify the effects of the feeble mind spell.
Okay.
So you're able to ascertain what's causing that. It's also enough for both of you to ascertain that there are been infractions upon your mind and memory. And you know that there are certain spells and abilities that have the ability to assuage, if not remove those things, such as the cleansing touch from a paladin, greater and lesser restoration, remove curse, and or the calm emotion spell.
All right. Well, I mean,
And generally, you're able to recognize that you yourself are missing pieces.
Right. But I do believe that remove curse would help to remove at least the like mental blocks that we've been getting, but not the feeble mind, right?
Yeah, remove curse wouldn't work on feeble mind. That requires greater resto, heal, or wish.
Right.
Remove curse could help with some of the other madnesses you're experiencing.
All right. Once I have this realization, then I'll give that a try. I'll try casting remove curse on myself to see if it helps.
All right. Can you roll me a charisma ability check?
Ooh, boy. Come on, die. Ooh. Ability check 18, 19, 20,
20 no whammies.
23.
All right. You are able to pull back the curtain of your memory back to when you entered this place. As soon as you dropped the darkness.
Oh, dang. All right, well, man, this place
still
sucks.
don't remember his name.
I still don't remember her name. Okay. Yeah. It's like, man, this place freaking blows. We are not getting paid enough for this.
No, we're not. We should leave.
I'll go, honey, come here, hon. And I'll touch you and cast remove curse.
I said you still don't remember her name.
Oh, I don't remember her name. I thought you said my sister's name.
Or that one.
Yeah, or that. Okay, so I don't remember either of those names. Okay. We're like, all right, come here, Emma. Was that what you said?
Yeah. I think.
All right, come here. Let me try this thing, and I'll just give her a little cheek pat and cast remove curse.
How do I feel?
You tell me.
Oh.
I know you cast. So warlocks don't get a ton of spell slots. How many?
I do not. I have 4, but this would be my third.
One, isn't it?
This is actually my third because that hex came out of my Iron Stone from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it is the 4th. You're right.
Counterspell, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you touch and press remove curse, and honey, you remember your name.
Heck yeah, I'm Honey, and I
Well, I thought you were Emma.
Unfortunately, it still falls off of their minds like water.
Aww.
No, Gem, my name's Honey. Because I couldn't see out of the beehives at the orphanage.
I mean, that's really cute, but I'm pretty sure you just said your name was Emma like 2 seconds ago.
No, it's Honey. Oh, no.
Like, I remember now.
Oh,
Also, I would
no.
like to award everyone in the party inspiration for some excellent role playing.
Aw.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you, DM.
Okay, can you do what you did to me to Kavai to fix him?
I can't right now, but actually, I don't think that what I did is gonna help what the spell that's on him. We need to find like some holy nerd or something to do that.
Oh man, I really wish Shaw was here. Ugh.
Oh man, yeah, that would be nice. But in the meantime, maybe we just need to keep an eye on him and keep him out of trouble.
Yeah, Honey's gonna go over to Kavai and try to straighten out his hair.
If we're able to take a rest for like a little bit, I mean, I could try and try the same spell on him and see if it helps with. I don't know if there's any other effects going on with him if he's got like memory stuff, but with the feeble mind, we won't know the difference anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that if we keep
He's got the
sticking
poo
around-
brain.
Yeah, I'm worried if we keep sticking around here, though, we're gonna keep getting stuff pulled out of our heads.
I mean, I'm pretty sure just now that we've gone down those upside down torches, that's kind of life now. So, but the sooner we can get this stuff done, the sooner we can just get the hells out of here. But I can't do that until I get some of my powers back, especially while Kva is as helpful as he is right now.
Yeah, as I'm still like pulling his hair back and tying it back to keep it out of his face, because I know he likes to be nice looking.
All right, well, let's take a little breather then. I do, however, want to check over that No Eyes guy's body for anything fun and pretty and shiny and hopefully
Yeah, that guy's
powerful.
weird. You can handle that. That's gross. Nasty.
Yeah, the now headless body with the crushed.
I'm like poking the body with the handle of my broomstick so I don't have to touch it like too much myself and like Mage thing through the
All
cloak.
right. Honey's gonna come over then and be like, all right, fine, here, I'll help. Jeez.
All right. As you go through the body of this individual who identified himself towards the end as Vertrand,
Bertrand. Wait.
there is a component pouch and a
Have we heard the name before?
Vertrans?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he has a component pouch and a dagger on him, both plain, as well in addition to his now quite beaten and bloody and damaged cloak.
Which is not magical, right? Actually, I'm just gonna Devil's Sight or whatever, Eldritch Sight, and see if there's anything magic in the room around us.
None of it's magic.
Just checking, making sure there's nothing weird and untoward. I will, however, take that component pouch just in case he's.
This area heads then south in a 20-foot wide hallway down towards a laboratory, which you'd be able to see now that you aren't in the midst of battle. There's a stark difference between this burned library and this laboratory, and then past that a very pristine room of white marble. There's also a door to the east. And as an offshoot off the laboratory room.
Door to the east. I'm sorry, which direction was the laboratory room in?
South.
South, thank you. His lab. All right, well, let's try and just wait a little bit, catch our breath, and maybe we'll be able to. Maybe that archmage that we were supposed to be looking for will be able to help Kvi out here.
I sure hope so, unless she tries to kill us too.
I mean, the day is young. And I guess we'll take a short rest.
All right.
Honey / Emma / Maple. I don't know what name.
My name's Honey again.
Kavai has no names in his head at all.
What does Honey
he
look?
just knows we're nice.
What does Honey look like?
I'm a pale white tiefling, super golden eyes, and two very sharp horns and short black hair.
And what does Gemaline look like?
Gemaline is a tiefling with like a sort of ashy gray skin and like long corkscrewy antelope-like horns.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Kavai's mind, it's as he's watching the grey one and the white one talking, and he hears the white one mention something of harm. Although he doesn't know what harm is, he just knows that Honey, Emma, Maple, whatever name.
It's Emma.
We'll just hear.
Yeah, all right.
This
This guy, he's all right.
I'm very worried. Which is weird because I don't worry, but that's bad. I don't know what's going on, but it's bad.
I know.
All right. As you take this short rest, you get about 10 minutes of restful sleep, and then Kavai, in your, because you still have very good perception.
Yep.
You see a figure with 4 arms, 2 of which slightly, significantly more burly, carrying a great axe, come out from the offshoot door in the laboratory. Look up towards the burned library. It locks on the beaten and bloodied body of Bertrand, runs north towards you as you all see it, and she proclaims, "What did you do to Bertrand?" as she goes to cast a spell of fire and flame. And that's where we're going to stop for this.
I was about to say, as soon as
Actually,
Kavai
one moment.
Okay.
Gemeline, can you roll an Arcana check for me? Or Honey can too.
Okay,
If
Arcana?
you really want.
18.
I mean, if I can try.
I'm going
18?
to see what I get.
I rolled high.
That is actually a 19. I got an 18 on the dice.
So in your head, you're just like, meteor something.
Oh no.
Fire bad.
Fire bad. And that's where we're gonna wrap up for today. We're gonna go around and share our favorite parts about the session and where we can find everybody on the internet. I'm gonna go last so I can think about it because I get to cheat like that. Sam, why don't you start?
Oh my goodness,
What?
but I don't know what my favorite part was. It was so much of it. But hey, I am Sam. You can find me at Samwise_GameG on Twitch and Twitter. I play Skyrim on my channel. I play D&D on Encounter Roleplay and Chromatic Chimera and Heroes Without Limits. I'm going to be on a women gaming panel on Saturday with the Red Knight Inn, so y'all should check that out. Yeah, I'm very excited because June is Women in Gaming Month, if you did not know. And I think my favorite part of today was honestly just all of us saving all of those freaking saving throws by failing all of our saving throws by the end of it, so that none of us know what the hell is like going on anymore. That like whole just like, who are you? Who are you? Like, was so much fun to have.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I have not looking at Twitch. It's Samuel next.
So the other Sam.
Yes.
So I'm Samuel. I can be found on Twitter as Eldritch Warlock. I don't really do much on Twitter, to be honest. Mainly, I'll just post and retweet where I might appear on the internet. Speaking of, I'll be here for the next 2 weeks past this with the wonderful Nat as our DM as we delve into this madness.
This is actually a 4-week run.
Is it 4 weeks? Oh,
Yeah.
I had the calendar wrong. I will tell you that because otherwise that would have been a mistake. Anyway, I also appear over on the RPG Lab with their Monday game, which is done 2 p.m. EDT, 7 p.m. BST. I don't know the time zones. I only know those two, unfortunately. And I sometimes appear over on the RPG Lab as well on their Saturdays, viewer games, community games, where I think this month won't be able to fit in, but next month I'll be finishing off a so far 4-session mini campaign that started off as a one-shot, which has its own Eldritch horror. So I'm stealing from this and using it in that as I torment my players. I can find, as I say, on Twitter, I'll often tweet or retweet where I might be appearing. Favorite moment?
Oh, yes.
Favorite moment. Can I cheat and say all of it from start to end? I loved every moment.
As flattering as that is,
No.
no. But you can say your favorite thing instead of a favorite moment.
Well, my obsession with the Eldritch is pretty apparent to anyone who knows me. So the way that this Eldritch horror, this unknown horror, mental horror was played so perfectly I just adored it. Even this fight that we had, it wasn't scary because it was doing a lot of damage or had a lot of HP. It was scary because what effect it was having on the characters, and I adore when that happens. So that fight, I think I had to pick a favorite moment. That fight and everything that came because of it, the feeble mind, the losing the memories, the who are you situation, all of that. I just adored.
Death owns us all. And Ryu.
The void always collects.
Hello, I'm Ryu. You can find me as Ryu I have a hard time saying my own name. Ryu Red Wings all over the internet. You can specifically find me on Twitter as Ryu Red Wings 2. You can find me, Twitter, on Tumblr, all these fun things. I'm taking a break from streaming on Twitch for a bit because I'm still recovering from a very bad neck injury. So I can't really sit at my desk for long periods of time, which is why you might be wondering why I'm streaming D&D so much. But hey, you can also find me over on the Greyhawk channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm actually be playing with Samuel here too. We're going to be doing Salt Marsh stories, and I'm going to be bringing my barbarian with me. It's going to be super duper fun.
I was an idiot. I completely forgot, so thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, no, we're both going to be there over at the Greyhawk channel playing Saltmarsh stories. It's going to be super neat. It's supposed to be kind of like little short stories, and we're going from level 1 to level 20, so it's going to be really cool. So yeah, please come and see us and come say hi if you can. And I'm gonna one last plug. I'm also back on Patreon, so come and check that out if you want to come see really cool art previews and sketches, and me talking about my art process, and also talking about my Dungeons and Dragons game my homebrew game that I play at home. Eee. Oh, my favorite one. Honestly, I'm gonna be Honey forgetting her own name. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like for some people, for some players, like, all of this would be horrifying for your character, but for me, it's just hilarious. It's just so funny. I went into this knowing that really horrible things could happen, but it never crossed my mind that somebody that, like Honey, who is, to be completely honest, is dumb as a box of rocks, and I play her as so, to all of a sudden not remember her own name. It's just, somehow it's too perfect. And now she's back, which is very nice. But I was just so flabbergasted. I just loved it. I love spooky, scary stories, so I'm very much looking forward to this a lot. So I'm excited. Yeah. What else can happen? I must know.
Hi, I'm Nat. You can find me on Twitter at CrimeNat, KRAIMNAT. It's been on the overlay probably. I am the Tuesday DM. Every day is Tuesday, including today. This is, let me do the math real quick, third Tuesday of the week. Let that hurt your brain for a moment. I have absolutely adored this session. I can bring all these fun things, but my players bring it alive. And actually, that's my favorite moment of the session. Is not a moment, it's a thing. And it's just how well the three of you role played and rolled with all these conditions I threw at you. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, because I know I did.
Thank you for an awesome session, Nat, because it was a lot of fun, and thank you for bearing with me so patiently while I try to remember how to do spells, because I've been doing a lot of martial characters lately.
Yeah, and thank you for helping me remember my martial character.
Yeah, and I will say, Nat, even if my character would hate the feeble mind, I wouldn't mind if that existed for the rest of the next 3 weeks. I wouldn't care if he was feeble-minded the entire time. This is just
that's a good to know, because I'm like, how strong do I have to lean against Val to get greater resto?
Honey will keep
a lot of fun. Jemmeline's like a moment away from being like, we need a leash for this guy.
Kavai is a moment away from throwing himself into death, so I might have a new character.
I'm pretty sure we're about to all get Meteor Storm, so I think we might all need new characters.
Like I said, I have a backup. I made sure I learned my lesson last time.
Good plans.
I'm going to learn and make sure I have one ready.
I am also the newsletter producer for RPG Kitchen. The month of June has been delayed a little bit, but we should be out by next week. I promise. Wink, TM. It's just all. It's got a bunch of pretty content. I put together stuff. It looks really good. I'm excited to share people. It's been killing me that I've had to hold it in for a week. But I'm. And then probably very shortly afterwards, we are going to be opening submissions for our next couple months because we do it like by 2 months, but then we open up for each month like twice because got to get that work, buddy. Anyway, it's been excellent. I'd like to thank all of my players one more time, and also Dan Gaston for running tech because he is amazing.
Thank you, Dan.
And our channel of Variant Roles in general, and which also was like another thank you for Dan because it's like his baby. I have an off-center tongue, and we're gonna go bye now. See ya.
Bye, everyone.